Hello and welcome to the stream. Oh my god, that picture is terrifying. Sorry, I didn't actually look at the screen until I unmuted everything. Jeez and crackers. Oh, thank god it went away. That is so scary. Hi Abigail, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm Ryan the Dark Daimyo and I'm here to play Slay the Princess for you, but we're playing on the Horror of Babylon tonight because this game is not safe for work, and thank you to Abigail for purchasing this. We are giving this a second try because we had some glitches, which I believe I've corrected the majority of, but the game still is kind of glitchy itself and it may crash on us, so I'm just going to save often, and if it crashes we'll reload it. No biggie, no need to get stressed out, so we'll be fine. So let's play this game. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm done dying now. I think. Okay. We're just gonna start brand new. Glad. Let me know if everything sounds okay
You're
on your
a
end.
path in the woods. And at the
If
end
there's
of that
any
path
echo or anything,
is a
please let me
cabin.
know.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess?
You're here to slay her.
I have to kill her?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
I'm talking about the end of everything.
Ah, dang, I just clicked
no
straight
more
through it again.
birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, so last time we kind of got two endings-ish, like we actually killed her, and then there was also one where I just like turned around and walked away. So we're gonna try and save the princess this time. And there are like multiple chapters of this game, so we're gonna try and actually like play through it. I know that, and trigger warning, this game has bad stuff. You can actually go to like blacktabbygames.com and check out the trigger warning on that ahead of time before you watch this video, so fair warning. I'm not going to list them all off here because some of them contain spoilers. But yeah, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and let's see. So, but how can a princess locked in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. That kind of implies that I would kill her if she was dangerous. Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
I'm going for a walk.
If you've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm going to the 7-Eleven to get a burrito. But how can a princess locked in the basement in the world if you don't tell me? Have you considered that maybe the only reason? No, that's silly. Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
No. But how can a princess, if you don't tell me, have you considered killing a princess seems, can't someone else do this? Yes.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Yeah, that was my goal. I was trying to kill her the
people
first
do, like
time around.
Nihilists or very, very evil people. But
maybe I am a
surely you're not one of
nihilist.
those, right?
Some men just want to watch the world burn. Oh, okay. Let's be sarcastic.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
He missed my sarcasm sign.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yeah, exactly.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So am I the voice of the hero, or is that a different person?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So I
You
think
take the blade from the table.
before we got glitched
It'll
out
be
last
rather
time,
difficult to slay the
my plan
princess
was
and
gonna
save the world
try to
with
use
that.
the blade to free her somehow. I mean, you can answer that. You just shouldn't if you don't want to spoil the game.
The
Don't
door to the
point out some
basement
me.
creaks open, revealing a
That's me.
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Don't answer it. You're right.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna start saving.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Dangerous. It's
as
almost if she's the one in charge
down
down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Who's they?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Why?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she
Like
really a
Elsa.
threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. What? No way. Nuh-uh.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
No.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare.
But I want to free her with it.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
No, I'm
Maybe
not
she
going to
really
sit
is a
here
monster.
talking to her.
Killing
Action.
someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't... No, we're going to use it to free her.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor
Excuse me.
thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
No, not really. I've killed you
You step
before.
forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I could throw it at your chest.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
No, I'm going to free her with it. What if she isn't bluffing or she... Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the... Ugh, none of these are what I'm trying to do.
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Descalate.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of
No,
course we
I'm
can
trying to
talk.
use it to free you. I guess it'll still be there on the floor. I guess maybe we'll be able to pick it
The
up.
blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
It's nice to talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak.
Alright, let's put this one on a different slot.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Her eyes are way too big for her
here
face.
we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Who said we're in a relationship? Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. Are you coming on to me? No, that's the one that Daniel would choose. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
So I can call you Princess Chan?
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Yeah, it's a relationship. Any two people have a relationship. Strangers is a type of relationship. Yeah, you're not wrong. But apparently somebody else took it that way too, according to this dialogue box. Okay, we've talked enough. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Shut. I'm not talking to you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
You'll chew your arm off like a
We can
weasel.
always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She is.
I'm sure of it.
Can't we just use the knife to pick the lock? For real. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. No. 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 Sure, I guess.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship, are you coming on to me? There's people out there who think... Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah.
You know why you're here.
She's annoying.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ouch.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ouch.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike
So I guess the
enough
hero
to
is
stagger
me.
you, putting you
The
and
voice
the
of the hero.
princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a
I don't
duty to state
know.
the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
She's
Can
standing.
you not feel all those
Oh,
ruptured
he
organs
said it's a
bouncing
miracle
around in
anyone
there?
is still standing.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Okay, so now
princess
we've
gasps.
both died.
Her voice an unhealthy
So
rasp as her lungs start
She
to
died
fill
in the
with blood.
first time. The second
You
time I
fought more of a
left.
fight than I thought
Now
you
it
would.
looks like this time we
But
both
I have
die.
to wonder,
So let's try to get it so nobody dies.
do you really think this is the end?
I have no idea.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
die.
Oh, no, wait, we're still going. Okay. The adversary.
You're on a path in
Ugh.
the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here
Yep.
to slay her.
Yep.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No, it's not.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, so I'm not the voice of the hero.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's the
Ah,
spirit.
crap.
There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
I do like the woods. Okay, so I think this is where I turn around and left, so let's just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
No.
She will lie.
La
she
la
will
la
cheat.
la 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 la.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
What? Who's this
Are
guy?
you sure about that?
Do I have like multiple
The point of my
personalities
warning
or
wasn't
something?
to
Am I
start
like
an argument
since
over what
Shinobu since we
circumstances
here?
the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
And I should trust you?
Crystal. Let's just
You're
get
the one
on
who's
with
trying to
it
get me to
already.
murder somebody. She's not. Sounds like I shouldn't trust you. Excuse me. Say, oopsie kitty.
The cabin is
oopsie
tighter
kitty.
than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, we'll go without it.
No blade this time. Right then.
Fisticuffs it is.
Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long
I'll
as
be
you
less
still get the
likely to
job
kill her
done.
if I
And
don't take
forget
the
that
blade.
The blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
No, because if you try to go back upstairs, they lock the door on you.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric
Because the
odor
dwarves
to it.
delve too
If the
deeply.
princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't
I'm
what
not
she
going
sounded
down
like
there.
last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
She's gonna hurt me.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
This guy's like Goku. He's like, I just want to have a good fight.
As you descend the final step,
She's
the
different.
form of the princess comes into view. A
I like her
large
better this
shackle
way.
leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah. She here because she
it's
wants to
you
be?
again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Yep.
But no little knife this time, huh? Ugh. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Oh. Fine. Whatever. That's what you want.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. hands empty, you charge
Give the lady what she wants.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you. I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't
It
have a
says the
weapon.
narrator, but the
You're
voice
supposed
sounds
to
like the
have a
voice of the
weapon.
hero.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah, you're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
That's not good.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oopsie kitty.
Are you serious? That's it? That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Apparently you can get up. Okay, let's try to get up.
No, that's not right. You're...
Not dead anymore.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive.
She doesn't look happy.
The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
Attack?
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
No.
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow.
Okay, so I die again.
Everything goes dark.
Can I just get up again?
And you
Or am I out of one-ups?
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
Get up.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
You're one to talk.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before? No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this
I'm so
forever.
stubborn I don't die.
I'm
I know some people
going
like
to
that.
Put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
And then you die.
Everything goes dark and we die? Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say? Yeah, I quit.
The voice changed on that one again. The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods.
That is not
And
the
at
woods.
the end of that path... Alright, change of
It's like
plans. We're taking
Majin
the
Buu's
blade
wet
this time.
dream.
Now, why would we ever do that?
Not a
She absolutely
contrarian.
destroyed us.
We have too many of those around here anyway.
She sure did, but what a great way to go. Does it matter? We lost. Oh, why so glum, Rage? Boy, I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air? Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time, and the first time we had a weapon. Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase.
Lol.
Clearly you've already been here. Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Okay. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. Amen, sister. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If we hit this point of no return you mentioned, then what happens? I better like save, actually. Okay, back over to the dialogue options. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well go see this through, go to the cabin. I'm done with this by turner hand. I want to choose that one, but just go to the cavern. Stop arguing with these people.
Good, we're all on the same. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know.
End her.
That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
I can't remember if
Don't be
that's
so
the
hard on yourself.
original narrator's
You'll wind
voice
up
or
being
if that's the
creative
original
once now
voice
and
of the
then.
hero's
I'm sure
voice.
if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
And the voice of the contrarian sounds the same to me. This gotta be like a since we kind of thing.
Is a place that feels
Oh.
long forgotten.
That's lovely.
There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it?
Yeah,
The
it
only
looks like
furniture
it's
of note
literally
is
alive.
a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll need it if we want to do things right.
I say we leave it to Russ. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it.
Go to the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you. All we see is a damn mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? The door? The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it. But it does it matter
Oops.
if it's actually
Dang it.
real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more. Let's just smash it and get it over with.
I am so
Unrated
confused.
and violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting.
I mean, if the
dangerous
mirror
amounts
isn't
of
real,
time.
then is any of this real?
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess is here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly?
Nah.
I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
Oh boy. That sounds dangerous.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams
Ooh,
onto
there's
the
plants
charred
growing.
corpses that make up its floor.
That's pretty cool.
This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and
I
bare
wonder
and
how
weeping,
plants start
draped
growing.
in a tattered dress of her own skin.
I wonder if
Her
like
heart
my
beats
former
from its
bodies
place
were
in
like
her
used as
open
soil.
chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
You're gonna tell me about these plants.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin.
Is this
Blood
how you
drips
get
from
food?
the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating
kinda looks like
sound,
the female
skin
Titan.
tears. It plops to the ground.
Sorta.
And she pulls her red, glistening arm
Yeah,
free
she's
from her
pretty.
bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. She
That's
wants us
okay,
to
I
be
need the
afraid.
attention.
She wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction.
Huh,
That's
she's got
right,
3 toes.
No fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon.
We don't need a weapon.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
This isn't over till I say it's over. I'm taking you out. Why not?
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for.
Let's hurt each
Let's
other.
hurt each other.
We are in a relationship.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound. No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
I thought we were going to punch each other.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Are those my feathers?
Who needs stuff anyway? Look at us. We might be all over the place, but
Do I have
we're
feathers?
fine.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense.
She looks
we may
upset.
be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence.
Oh no, you're so upset. Numb, you ripped your own skin off. Lol. Ignore her and push forward?
Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Wow.
Oh, so there
This guy
is
don't give
some
up.
challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue
Yeah, it does.
torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it
Am I
last time.
healing?
We're obviously more than that. Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It hurts.
The pain doesn't matter. Just keep walking. She can't stop us if we don't let her.
Take another step.
Still you push on.
This
placing
is a
one
game about
disaster of a
optimism
foot in front
and
of the other.
persistence.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
Muscle.
She smiles.
Oh,
and again
no.
her will tears at you. Muscle tethers from bone. But we need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle. Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you. But have you considered how neat it would be if we still kept walking towards her without it?
Yes, yes, do it. Show
Neat.
her how tough we really are.
You don't have any muscle. Give up.
You
Oh,
shamble
God.
on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective tissue.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you.
Well,
This is
yeah.
exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
It's gonna be kind of hard to move without
The less
bones.
that remains of your body, the
But,
more
I mean, it should be
fiercely your
impossible
spirit
without
struggles
muscles.
against that of the princess. But her power is immense.
No,
Your
I'm not getting
organs slip
Goku
from
vibes
between your
anymore
legs.
either.
She takes another step back.
More
Yeah,
Vegeta now.
There is nowhere left for her to go.
I will never
She's
stop.
within your reach, if only you have the determination to reach her.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital
I think this
parts
makes
of who
us
we
the
are and
Nazis
still
at the
be
end of the
here?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
Yeah. I as a kid I always preferred Vegeta to Goku. Sure.
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away,
Krillin was
exposing
always
the marrow.
my favorite,
The
but
marrow melts, exposing
I think
nerves.
I think my favorites were always Krillin and Vegeta and Mr.
Until what?
Satan.
I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Which means we aren't finished.
What are we supposed to do? Hit her with nothing?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are those? My nerves? My sinew? Did my bits and pieces? Are they not going to read this part? No. Then why didn't they read that part? I didn't read it.
Did it?
We actually won.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
Go to Disneyland.
It's cold.
No, it's like a flower collapsing in on itself. You do not get the chance to watch her die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her
She's
place.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
I said, oopsie critter, herpshire critter. Oh, the narrator left, huh? Okay. Oh, so I have to read now? Just go to the mirror.
Don't do this.
Why? What does anything matter anymore?
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yeah, screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silent. Oh, I'm back. Silent as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. That's not a cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh my god, that's a lot of things. Attack it. Your will cuts across the entity. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't finish the sentence.
Ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Yeah, we can. I can harm myself.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Nuh-uh. I'm gonna find another place to be. Okay, never mind. There's not an option for that.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are
There are
meant to
worlds
reach
other
them.
than these. I know
There
we're back in
is
the
no
Dark Tower.
exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
What? So are you just going to put me back to the beginning of the game?
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
How can I if you make me forget?
You won't.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're
Okay.
here to slay her.
Okay. Is this like the actual beginning of the game, or is it different again?
You make your way. A warning. She will lie. She will cheat. and
Ye-
she will
hi,
do
Angel.
everything in her
Yeah,
power to
we're,
stop you from slaying her.
So far, everything's working
Don't
just
believe
fine.
a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right?
How are you doing, Angel?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Go to the cabin. I'm done with this princess. I'm done with her BS.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
Yep. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement. I'm
The door to
slaying the
basement
princess.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Oh, so it's the
This is
same,
an
but
oppressive place. The air feels heavy and
I'm
damp,
different.
a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess, her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down. She's so focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this. So, you should.
She's unarmed. You lunge forward without a mo. You feel flesh.
Oh, this is it. Is it? I'm almost. Do you actually believe this was?
It's like she's. Yes. Even as she lays there dying, But it's over. But is it over? Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up. Why do I feel like we've done something? You did. But
So now this is where I just like exist
you open
here.
the cabin door, ready to return to a world. What?
Okay, so
What's
this is
done
the
this
same
what's
thing
left.
that I did
Time
last time.
passed.
Okay,
Oh, please.
we gotta try and do
Little
something
boy,
different.
eventually you-
Sorry. Yay.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
We did it. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I don't know. You only give me
Because
one option.
I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you
So
say,
no meals
Koontz.
yesterday and one
There's
meal
only one
today?
thing that would want you to use that blade
That's
on,
rough.
and I'm afraid that thing
Good
is
luck with
you,
that.
dear hero.
I hope you
He's right.
are doing okay.
It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happy.
You want me to
deal on.
talk to her?
There's more
Okay.
for us to do, and the only way for us to don't you dare. Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped, the princess's body is dust and bones.
She's dead.
Though the blade you used to slay her, you pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing.
Yay.
You're on a path. You're here.
No. Just go to the thing. We'll talk to the girl.
She will love. She won't.
Go in the thing.
The interior.
Yeah,
of the
it's
blade
different. There's
feels
a mirror.
Like a
No, just go to the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably
It looks
be doing her a
different.
favor.
The mirror, I mean, it looks
below
different than it did in
is
chapter 1. Because there's a
Yes,
mirror. And, the
Naturally.
same stuff.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't. I guess we'll just have to go and see.
Okay, let's go.
As you descend the final
Oh,
step,
she's still dead.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yep.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
Um.
the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you,
It's Sally.
followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Really?
The princess
Can't imagine
drifts across
why.
the room into your orbit,
Why does she still have a
gently
chain?
running her fingers across
Oh,
your
it's a
shoulders
ghost
and
chain.
down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again.
She's flirting with me?
If we wanted to.
Oh my
You
goodness.
don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Yeah, what about Casper? That's literally his whole shtick. Grab her, she's a ghost. No. Let's wait.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because
Sure.
I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Sure, I'll beg. I don't want to be alone.
Of course there is. You can give me the only thing I've ever wanted. A way out of this basement. The place won't let me leave.
Can't you just float away?
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then
Who is
why do we
Casper
have to do
gaslighting?
anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we
Casper's the
enjoy it.
government. Don't trust the government.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Sure do.
Absolutely not.
How can you gaslight
Is she
everyone?
asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be
Yeah, I think Casper's all right.
catastrophic if she managed to escape this place.
Anybody who's friends with
If you let her
Christina
in,
Ricci's got to be
There is
okay.
very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see
And Bill Pullman.
us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply
I would settle
into
for a
yours.
beautiful lie at this point.
There's a hunger in her gaze.
Yeah, I don't know much.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, Killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Come home. Come
She
to
rushes
Papa.
forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, breathing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary
Yeah, the sound
movement
design is
causing
very
more
good.
waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Everything's very
You collapse
intentional.
to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as
I
you
don't
get
think I
your
want to be
bearings,
together
your
with her.
vision swimming as
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
So that's
It's
the other
okay.
side of the
You can
basement.
finish your
There's
thought.
the stairs.
I'm a voice. I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
My voice is
No, it matters.
Something.
What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm
Getting a little
clearly the
cockney.
same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left
You
behind.
find my voice
You're
wanting?
more of a memory than
Well,
a
I'm
person.
sorry. I do my best, Angel.
You're kind of like me, actually.
Thank you,
Just
Abigail.
going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage.
Welcome to the
The
party.
room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure it was a
You're
blast.
starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just
The
whatever
red
you do, you
ellipses like
can't
went over
leave this
one of
place.
those
It's not
holes
too
in the
late to fix
wallpaper,
this.
made me think there were eyes
Probably.
peeking out. I guess let's leave.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, that's a dream
But
job.
that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body
Inane
continues its ascent
conjecture.
up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong.
Most of the games I played
Maybe
don't
he's
have
trying to
voice
make
acting.
amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And they're most
And
the ones that
whine.
they're
This
mostly
body
like
wasn't
ah,
made to hold
yeah,
you and
yeah,
the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen. You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the
I guess I
floorboards,
would-
growing heavier with each step.
I would play
We're
the
so
game
close.
and listen
Me
to
too.
you
Thank you.
be a voice
If we
actor
get out of here,
and send
I
you a
won't even care
message
if you hurt me anymore.
and say congrats on doing that awesome thing.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
The Hex is playing Pokemon Unite. If you could revoice a few... Hold on, I got a thing. If you could revoice a few of the voices in Dark Cloud 2.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Yeah, I would enjoy the
Collapse
crap
to the
out of your
ground.
voice. That's what I would do.
You and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. That's a creepy sentence.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Phil.
You're
Don't
welcome.
mention
I think this is where I meant to be.
And now she gets sucked into her flower form again. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Wait, there's an auto?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, how do I kill this princess once and for all?
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Ignore him. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Shotgun. What? Are we going somewhere? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Yeah, it's me. I've grown, and it looks the same to me. Okay, I'm in the long quiet again. I go to the cabin, and she's at the top, and we exist there forever.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
I don't know how to read.
I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your
George
slate clean
Ezra?
once again.
Oh my god, there's like 40 options.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods,
And at the end of that path, you're here.
Oh gosh. There's nothing. Nothing exists.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Fine. I suppose you just... Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this... You're really keen on
I'm
wasting
getting out of
everyone's
here.
time, aren't you? Your silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the... There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now.
There's
you're
not always a
making
choice.
the- and
Sometimes
here
there's
we
only
go.
one option
As you
to
trudge
pick
into
from.
the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes, glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to
Come with me
realize
if you
that
want
those
to leave.
flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
Oh my
And not
gosh.
just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
There's
It
18.
doesn't matter how many paths or cabins. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do.
The cabin
Otherwise
is
you wouldn't
my
just wander off into the forest
relationship.
in
I can
search of
always count on the
certain death.
cabin.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Does that mean she got out?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that
Oh,
path is a
Cabin
cabin.
Chan.
And in the basement
Call
of
me
that
voice of
cabin
Hero
is a
Senpai.
princess. You're here
Voice
to
of
slay
Hero
her.
Senpai, will you
If you
walk me
don't,
home after
It will be
school?
the end of the world.
Sounds delicious. Okay, this is the first one I've seen that says lie,
You know
so
I
let's
can
do
tell
that.
when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning.
There's a
before
wall.
you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck
Yeah,
going
yeah,
in
yeah.
there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe ignore him. He's just let's. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table. Its legs
Hero.
all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Narrator
want us
does
to
need to
take
chill.
Maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the
Gotcha.
window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
So they built a
No,
wall so I
we're
couldn't
taking
leave.
the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Kill the princess or
Can't
else she'll
just
destroy
say
the world.
that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Hi, Kitty.
Oh, ho, ho, ho!
You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
So the Fables had to leave the homelands, and they had to go to the Mundi world.
Geometry and stay calm.
And they
Now,
live in
even if we
mostly
closed
in
our
New
eyes,
York
you're
City.
constantly describing it to us.
They have an apartment
going to
building
stop doing
where the
my
majority
job.
of them live.
So you're just going to have to get better at yours.
And
quickly,
Snow
if you
White
don't mind.
is basically in charge of it. King Cole is like
Yes,
the mayor
take a
of
deep breath.
Fabletown,
I'm
but
all for getting under
Snow White is
skin,
the one who
but we'll
actually
miss
does
out on
like all the
loads of
work.
fun if we shrivel up into a
And
ball
the
and
big
go
bad
insane
wolf
the first time we see something
is the
weird.
sheriff, and everybody calls him Big B,
What you're saying
as
here
in
is
Big B, as
obviously
in
real.
Big Bad
Just
Wolf.
accept it and go with the
And
flow.
it's a love
It really
story.
isn't hard.
And it's beautiful.
Okay. Okay, I'm fine.
And there's a
Good.
flying monkey
Now,
called
whenever
Buffkin.
you're ready, we're all waiting for you
And
to
it's
complete a very
Arguably the
important
greatest comic book
task.
series of all time.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh
revealing
my.
a web of
I think
branching
Genkai's in charge of
staircases,
this.
all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get.
It's not random
Your head
characters.
throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost
You need to read
smudge-like
Fables,
miasma to
son.
it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So
Her
every
voice,
time
a
I hear the word
disquieting collage of
miasma,
tone and
I still
personality
think,
drags
Naraku!
us.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This
I am not
feels
your
like
nephew.
a trap. Like whatever we do,
You are
we're
not
gonna
my
die.
uncle.
We don't
Or
even
my
have a
aunt.
weapon. But we already
Kagome.
tried turning around and leaving, didn't we?
Inuyasha.
And he threw up a wall.
Kagome!
No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
Nobody's yelling Shippo's name.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
There's this
There'll
PS1
still
fighting
be
game
plenty
of
ways
Inuyasha
to
that I
ruin his
adored and
day.
played the crap out of. Yeah, I referenced Yu Yu Hakusho a few minutes ago. I said Genkai was in charge of this room. Like her little hut, her little spooky house she uses to test Yusuke and the chapter block stuff. Ugh. Soft stairs, harsh stairs. Take the center. Well, I personally lean left. I think it's important to take the center road oftentimes.
You step onto the center staircase.
Have you guys heard the
Paths
Lonely
wind out
Island
around
song,
in
I
all
Fucked My
directions,
Aunt?
Each step
That's a
branching
good
to its
song.
own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours
yeah.
is taking you up or
I
down,
fucked my
but
aunt.
at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to
Looks like a
backtrack
rib
to yours
cage.
once you'd made a decision that took you
Or
someplace
like a
else.
spinal cord with ribs. Ribs sound delicious.
And so you take one
Oh,
careful,
doesn't look like that
focused
anymore.
step
Now it
after
looks like a
another.
spider web. It is Naraku.
Another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
Definitely
But no
listen
matter
to The
direction
Lonely
it goes, it
Island, I
certainly
Fucked My
is the
Aunt.
most true path.
Or my aunt.
You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced...
I read
are the
apparently
endless
this game has
repeating
2
patterns
extra
and
chapters on
emotions
the
of
Switch
journey,
that the other versions of the game
continuous
don't
march
have.
forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Yes, I would like a
What the hell was that?
fish
What happened
sandwich.
to us?
or as Drake calls it, a fish
I
on
feel
bread.
So strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Curly fries.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
I completely forgot why I'm
why
here.
are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember.
No, we don't.
I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Okay. Alright, let's talk. Drake is cultured. I would also like a fish on bread. You're apparently a threat to the world. Yeah, for all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Getting down here was weird, like it pulled apart and was put back together. What's your name?
Princess. You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
Stew sounds
I'm telling
delicious.
him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did that in chapter
until-
1 this time.
It's hard to describe, until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen.
I think her expression's a
Only
little
listened
different.
to whatever words
The
of
left
wisdom
one,
you
she
were
looks like
giving
she
in
has
that
like a
other
sad
reality.
little smile. And in
But
the
what's done is
center
done,
one, she
isn't
looks
it?
like she has a tiny little frown.
Whatever you saw
Bye,
last
Angel.
time,
Thanks for
unsee
watching.
it.
Have a
Whatever
good
thoughts
one.
weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here,
Enjoy
and
your
you
fish
need
on
to do
bread.
it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay. I'm going to try and get you out. Wait a minute. It looks like I want one of these options, but it looks like I'm clicking on all three. Because it looks like I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Leave her in the basement and retrieve the blade. That should be three different options, but I'm like hovering over it like it's all one option. Oh, because there are multiple princesses. Okay. I understand now. So let's do that.
That's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
That's how I feel every day.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
I'm
This is
glad
what the
you're
end of the
enjoying
world
this.
looks like. What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
We broke it.
falls apart.
That's
I think he's
lovely.
gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Oh, this poor
You feel
princess.
them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
No.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best. Oh, and now she becomes the flower thing again? Okay. Bye, princess. Princess Chan. Can't walk you home after school. Here's the mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is
We're the
that
gaslighter.
mirror? Why is it here?
Or
Why now?
she's the gaslighter. Or we're gaslighting each other.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
I don't like it either. Do I look different this time? Yeah, kind of melty. Yeah, withered. I'm wailing withers. You find yourself in the long, quiet dark. Yeah, we go to the cabin. She's standing on top of the hill. Yep. Go to her. Yep, she's got three faces.
Chorus of contradiction.
I'm a
A
growing
mass of
course.
tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Neither of you? As in the hero and the princess? Or me and the princess? Or me and Angel? How many vessels do I need to end
we
this?
will know when we near our destination.
All right, send me back so I can get you another one.
I will be here when it is time.
You're here.
Holy God. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yeah, go to the cabin. Go to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
Yeah,
Wait,
here to
really?
save you.
You're here to rescue.
I
Yeah.
see.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Yep.
There's a heavy...
She's beautiful.
Yep.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Yep.
There's a lot...
Hi. I can't believe. I hope you brought something to deal with.
You were lying when you...
Okay, let's look at the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank
Will
you.
you just be quiet,
You're making
narrator?
a huge... No.
Nobody likes you.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy.
Yep.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the...
If there's a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Yeah.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with all... If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure you attempted to make your... Is someone else here? You make your easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yep.
She barely hesitates as she rips
Yep.
her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could... You won't like what...
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on... You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
That's
Her
an
limb
image.
falls to the ground. She didn't so much as utter a sound through... No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her... As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the
Oh,
blade.
yeah, that's right. Like, I lose control of my body. We've done this.
Wait, this isn't Watch Me.
What are you doing?
I'm getting you a napkin for that blood on your face. Ugh. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink in. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the... Stop it! Stop! The blade! Move the... As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance,
Both know this.
she nervously reaches towards you and
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
she plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. Eat.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong for her. Whatever. She
Okay,
sinks
I'll try to
she
click
doesn't
through
know how to use
some
it,
of this
apparently
then.
not.
I'm so sorry.
With one,
At least
you
till we
can't
get to
just
the next
end
chapter.
that. Everything goes dark.
Speaking of which,
Your honor, you're here.
yep. Go to the cabin. That may have been when I turned
But
around.
she will
If only... Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain. Last time, what are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind.
I won't skip smitten on purpose.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its... The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. We're not killing her. We're saving her. We gotta make
The door to
Smitten
the
happy.
basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice
No,
carries
it's
up
not.
the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, this is your Uber driver.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Why wouldn't she be able to hear me? Oh, she can't hear the voice in my head.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Why are you back in the chains? You were free.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you. Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Yeah, I can see the Kuwabara. Okay, rescue the princess.
her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you want,
Nobody
don't
likes
see
you.
how dainty her hands are. We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Just rub some Vaseline on her
No,
hands.
she's a prisoner here. You can't just
She have a hand,
slip
or is
her
that a
hands
stub?
through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
She was already out. Apparently she put herself back in.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
That's that's the fourth form of true love is freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
You and the person you love have to be freed by the relationship. That's the fourth form.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions
He's a villain.
contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him.
I think
if
he
were you.
would.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
She looks so happy.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
So you really like Marvel?
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know, last time we were forced to try and kill
Princess
you.
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Amen.
What do we do now?
Not trying to sound like the narrator. We leave.
That sounds perfect.
She kind of looks like Peach there.
The princess
And now
takes
she's
your
radiant
hand,
Peach.
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We all just want a princess to hold hands with.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Oh,
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
I guess we'll find out.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Kick it down.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah, she's very happy. Of course. She's maybe getting out and she didn't have to rip her own arm off to do it.
Enough with this
Or fight
true
anybody.
love nonsense. You just
Or
met
murder
her.
anyone.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride.
He
at
makes
this
more
point.
sense than you do.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
Just open the door. It's a door.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks.
Yeah, see, it's just a
and
door.
The door creaks open.
just open
Are
it.
you kidding me?
It's the power of love, baby.
I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave
He's rolling
with her.
crit after crit.
It's our happy ending.
Really? Oh, I clicked on the options. Yeah, we're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room
opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Yay. She's so happy.
Happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Let's go fishing.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
This better be the last one, flower monster. Yeah,
She's gone.
go to the
Is that
mirror. Go to the mirror.
Yes.
I thought the
fear that
voices
we
go
won't
away
like
at the
what we'll
mirror.
see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
Yeah, look at your reflection. I look different. We're in the darkness. We go to the cabin. There's no cabin, but it's... Go to her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet.
Yep.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Oh my goodness. No, don't make me go back again. Please be satisfied. Okay, well, I'm gonna save here then, and we'll just have to break this up. And so actually, let me just get rid of all of this other stuff. We'll just, yeah, that's fine. All right, I don't have another hour and a half in me, so we'll just do this again. So we'll play it over 2 nights, and we'll finish it next time. So yeah, I think we'll just pick it up next time. And it's time to go to bed. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, and stay scary.